Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you once again for tuning in. By the time you guys are watching this, I probably don't have the car anymore, but I went ahead and bought a 2000 Lexus LS400. Yeah, dude, this thing is tits. It's not the most perfect, but God, it looks so damn good from right here. For what it is, a 25-year-old car, guys. I know what you guys are thinking. I don't need another car. And yes, I didn't need another car. I actually bought this for my fiance. If you guys remember, we had the whole fiasco with the last car we got. So I was like, maybe I should just put her on Lexus, get her a reliable, pretty bulletproof car, nothing too new, nothing too old. Came across a deal on this, picked it up, and the reason why I may not have this car by the time you guys are watching it is because honestly, I don't really want to deal with the maintenance, and this is all preventative maintenance. There is maintenance that needs to be addressed pretty soon. If you guys don't know, these cars are really bulletproof, super reliable. They can go up to 400,000 miles or more. There are some examples of them going up to 1,000,000 miles, which I cannot believe that. All you really have to do is just keep up with maintenance, right? But the number one thing is the timing belt. And if you're doing timing belt, you might as well do water pump, thermostat, all that stuff, right? This is a VVTi V8. If you don't do the timing belt, then it'll snap at some point and the motor is gonna be toast. It is gonna shoot pistons, rods are gonna blow, metal shavings, all that stuff. So yeah, I thought it'd be cool to just show you guys. You know, I probably have owned this now for, I wanna say a month, and I've been liking it so far. And dude, the car is just so timeless. Look at the way it looks. The goal was to have my girl drive this for maybe the next 3 or 4 years while she's finishing up school and she can enjoy it, and it's reliable. It gets her from point A to point B. We don't take it on road trips. We don't drive it anywhere. It's strictly just for her to put miles on for daily commutes, which isn't that far to begin with. And then it would become mine and I would, you know, do some things. So I wouldn't do crazy camber or any of that, but I definitely make it look a lot nicer, more VIP inspired. Do some body kit, maybe like, I don't know, I like this OEM look. It just looks so clean. Now, mind you, this is not the perfect car. There are things that aren't that great, but let me just show you the car and what I like about it. First of all, the front end is great. Headlights have no type of condensation and it looks so good. The grille is in great condition too. Has all the trim, all the chrome trim. We have fog lights. The wheels aren't in the best shape, but honestly, we could have just polished them and they would have been great. This LS actually is a platinum edition, whatever the hell that means. See a little platinum badge there, and we have the platinum wheels. I don't know anything about it. I just bought the car. Let's get inside here. Yes, sir, it looks good. You know, we have regular leather wear. You know, tan leather, it never looks good when it's worn. Black is a little better. We have a little bit right there. And they put these nice covers on them. And honestly, all the seats are in great condition except for this one. This one has like a little rip right here. And I guess as soon as they got the rip, they just started covering everything up so they could preserve it. But it has every panel. Let me take you guys inside. Look at this, man. It is so good. What sold me too is that it comes with Apple CarPlay and a reverse camera. Yes, a reverse camera. I was already gonna do that anyways, but it's nice that it came with it. Everything still works. Oh, and we have one of our favorite things about the car, cup holders, and they still work. Lots of storage in here. We got a remote for the head unit. We have more space here. Dude, this thing is such a good example, honestly, inside. Maybe not outside, but inside, dude. Oh my God, they went as far as covering all this, but I looked under the seats already. Everything is solid, but this is honestly what I like the most. Do you guys see this? I don't know if you can see this. Let me give you guys another angle of that because I can't believe it does this. Look at this. I've never owned a car that has this feature, let alone it still works 25 years later. What? That is insane. Listen to this thing. Woo-hoo-hoo. Just to show you guys, I'm not joking. Oh, and the mirrors go down too. I've never had a car that did that when you go in reverse. Look at this. We're going to drive. It goes back up. This car is so good. Odometer still works. Yes, it has high mileage, but like I said, these cars can go up to 400, 300,000 if you take care of it. No check engine light, no codes. I already put my OBD in, did not catch anything. I've been driving it for a month and no codes have appeared since then. So Honestly, when you try to hide codes, they normally pop up at some point. They replace all the lights in here with white LEDs. Honestly, this is just such a nice daily driver. Healthy sounding V8. I've never owned a V8. When I drove this home on the freeway, I was like, I can't believe Ivana has a V8 and I don't. That's crazy. She has a V8 before me. The taillights are probably one of my favorite parts too. They work great. The only thing is the front doesn't have white LEDs, but we just throw on the high beams and they're white and they're super bright. I'm gonna take you guys to the back. Look at the trunk space. Everything is still here. Everything is still good. Now let's show you the front. The legendary 1UZ, the Lexus 1UZ FE. Look at that. Looks great, doesn't it? Wow. Honestly, I love this thing. I definitely wanted this car after I got my ES because I really wanted both the LS and the ES. This is the second generation, and the first generation is harder to come by in obviously great condition and somewhat low mileage. I mean, even finding one 100K miles and paint is still okay and all that stuff, it's pretty pricey or just impossible. Now, since I'm losing sunlight, let's talk about what I don't like about the car. I showed you guys everything I liked about the car. I love the spec, black with chrome. Tan interior I don't really care for, but it is what it is, right? You can't win them all. Healthy, drives great. Now let's go into all the bad stuff. Obviously the car's not perfect, like I said. First off, starting with the front, we have scratches there. No crazy paint chips, just rock chips, but everything is still original paint. I was gonna put a front lip that would cover this anyways and just paint match it. We have chips here. We have a little bit of fade here, nothing crazy. I feel like some of it can be saved and buffed out to an extent. Roof, could be buffed out. Side, original paint, still okay. Some scratches there. I feel like a paint correction, a solid paint correction could bring this back to life. And then the rear, I don't know how they got cracks right above the muffler. It's so strange because it's all stock. And we have this, probably a little baby tap and paint crack here, which I was gonna paint myself and or wrap over anyways after I sanded it. This side has more on the side here and also here. Little bit over here, but not as bad as the other side for some reason. And that is just cosmetics. Now let's go into the nitty gritty, what is kind of wrong with the car. There is a oil leak there. It's not like insanely fat, but if I can focus, you can definitely see it's wet there. Leaks a little bit from the bottom, but it leaks power steering fluid more. And it's not coming from the reservoir and the hose, even though it looks like it. I feel like it's coming from the pump itself because that's common with this car. Very common for power steering pump to fail and leak at some point. And if it leaks, it gets on the alternator. I don't know why they design it like that, but it'll fry the alternator. Even if you keep getting new alternators, it's gonna keep frying, so you have to fix the power steering pump. Then we have the timing belt, water pump and all that stuff too. Then if you're gonna go that far into this, you might as well do the valve covers, and then you might as well do the VVTIs. But that's the only thing that's wrong with it mechanically, or it's not wrong, but it's one of those things. Okay, timing belt you just should do. It's already 214,000 miles. The last time it was done was probably around 100,000 miles. But that's like the more important maintenance thing that has to be done. The power steering pump, you don't really have to. And the valve cover seals, or even the rear main seal, you don't really have to, because a lot of people say if it's leaking oil, that means it has oil in it. I don't like that philosophy, but I understand it. I just don't want leaks in my driveway. So yeah, I don't know. I'm that type of person that likes preventative maintenance for the most part, because I don't want to deal with it 10, 20,000 miles later. I might as well make it healthy now so it just goes, right? The reason why we're selling is my girl doesn't really want an old car. She doesn't like the fact that it's high mileage, and I understand. She's just a normal person that just wants a good daily to drive. I also bought this thinking that it was really good. I wouldn't have to dump more than $2,000 into it just to make it perfectly reliable and it wouldn't leave her stranded. But now we're getting into the like, oh, it might cost $5,000, $6,000 to get it like really good mechanically and not just cosmetically. That's just like, you know, I can touch things up here and there. I don't think it's worth it because then that just makes it another project car, and I don't want a project car. I wanted to just get her like a daily that was just solid, and this can be solid. It just so happens that this one is not the one that's solid. So I just wanted to make you guys a video showing that yes, I had an LS400 for a bit. I had like damn near the most reliable Lexus. I've been driving this. This thing is so sick. But you guys can see it's already starting to leak just a little bit, just from that little rev that I gave you guys. But man, this thing is tits, dude. I love it. I wish that this was just better. That's all it is. I just wish it was better. All right, I'll take you guys along for a little drive. while there's still light out, you guys will see how damn smooth this is. And also AC and heater work perfect. So cold, blows so damn cold. This thing drives like a damn boat. It's so floaty, it's insane. Also, it's so cool when you have like a really decent example of one of these cars. Everybody looks at it and they're just like, yo, that's so cool. Like, I haven't seen this car in a long time. It's always nice to have a car where you don't look like regular traffic, and also you just know which car is yours. And ooh, for stock too. Pretty sure you guys can't hear it because I have this new microphone that I'm using, but for stock, the V8 sounds nice, dude. Just that roar, it's not even a roar, it's like a purr. But can you guys just imagine like doing a muffler delete on this car and the V8 just screams for no reason? I wouldn't go as far as a straight pipe. I think that's ridiculous. But this thing is so cool. Ah, man, I'm such an old soul. I don't like the wood grain and all that. I wish this was black on black, but at least it doesn't have a cracked dash. At least it was taken care of. Dude, a fucking V8, man. Yeah, I probably burned a lot of gas because this is a V8. But I mean, part of me wishes this was grandpa owned and it was lower mileage. It already had things taken care of. Like if everything else was addressed that I would have to address, then I'd honestly probably keep the car. Whether Ivana wants it or not, I'd probably just keep it. I don't need another daily for my daily to my daily, but it is a nice car. I've been missing out. I definitely should have gotten a V8 at some point in my life, and now I think I'm just stuck with V6s all the damn time. I would have never go down to a 4-cylinder, unfortunately, but I think I'm just meant to have a V6. Honestly, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for today's video. What did you guys think about the LS400? I think it's such a dope car. It's unfortunate that we are not keeping it, but it's okay. It's gonna go off to a better owner. Comment down below if you guys have had one of these in your life or a family member has, because this car is so sick. I love it. I'm honestly really sorry for keeping this a secret from you guys. If you guys are watching this video, there's a 100% chance that we no longer own this car. I honestly just wanted to document this and just kind of keep it up on my channel. Like, we did own this for a little bit and it was so cool. When it comes to normal people, high mileage scares them. For us car guys, I know high mileage, salvage title even doesn't scare us, right? But I personally would never buy salvage title. That's just me. It's just a, I don't know if it's an ego thing, but I just feel uncomfortable having a salvage title car, and it could be the most tiny little thing, but it was enough to make it salvage, right? So that's just the way my mind works. None of my cars are salvage. I would never buy a salvage car. The Supra, for God's sake, not running, whatever, somewhat high mileage, still not salvage. With these older cars, you either buy them super high mileage and clean title like I did, or you get them super low mileage or fairly low mileage and they're salvaged like crazy. And they always say it was just a little fender bender or someone rear-ended me, but I don't know. I feel like it has to be a pretty big accident, because I've been in little accidents before and it's never made any of my cars salvaged. Just saying. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up for me owning a freaking LS400. It's so random, but it's kind of on brand, right? I will catch you guys in the next video. And don't forget, it's always better to look good than to feel good. Oh, later.